You can't do a good job unless you have some espresso before you start.
What happens when you spill the espresso?
You spill the espresso.
Right? Panic zone.
Today we're doing some video with my restoration mechanics on all the different aspects of restoration on floors.
So the espresso, the red wine, all of those things that people are scared about are not a problem with a good stamped quality limestone.
So what he's doing right now is the hone finish 220 grit. So you have tiny little micro chips of diamonds in the resin. The pads go here. So we do a 40 cut, all 40 on the whole floor, which will take out the lippage and get it completely flat. Then we'll go to 80, which will take out the cut marks from the 40. Then we'll go to 120 and then 220. So we're at 220, we're at a hone finish, which is satin matte finish on most materials. If you take a quarter and slide it across the floor, when it's machined properly, that quarter is going to slide from one end of the room to the other. It's not going to hit an edge. If there's lippage, it's going to hit an edge and pop up. One of the questions people ask me all the time, is there dust? Am I going to make a dust bowl in somebody's house? So George is using just the right amount of water to lubricate the diamond disc and the friction on the floor. We can actually go in and do a room or do the entire house without creating any dust. It's really important when he squeegees the floor and they do an inspection and they make sure that the diamond is making contact with the entire floor. Even the lowest spot on the lowest corner, the diamond is making contact. Once you get to that point, then you can move on to the next diamond. But it's critical that the first pass is done well, done properly, all the way to the right depth. So it has to be completely dry or as dry as possible. Some floors could take a week to completely dry it. So how do you know if the floor is dry and ready to seal? You need a moisture meter. Obviously this is wet because we just diamond ground it. So you have that moisture content. There's your red light, but this doesn't lie. This will give you the thumbs up. We apply each of the stain to each of the stones on an unsealed slab, and we do the same test with a slab that's sealed. So here we're given the exact same stain to each of the individual sealers. So this is wine ketchup, and we leave it on for quite a while. And then the application is very simple, and just get it nice and consistent. So you're not putting on too much, you're putting on enough to do the job. So again, this is when the floor is completely dry and we have a green light on the moisture meter. Here we're removing a sealer, but in some commercial buildings they have a maintenance guy buffing the floor every day or twice a week. It's not really doing much. Do you see how that took the sealer very quick? It did absorb because it was darker and it penetrated in. So now there's no streaks, the finish is nice and even, whether it's polished or honed. This last step is very important after you put on a seal. No matter what stain is on there, we can take it out. It's restorable. So we do that all the time on old floors that have had 50 years of stains and issues, and we bring it back to better than new. So thanks for watching. Hope you learned something today with the videos and the demonstrations. And remember, if it's natural stone, it can be restored.